I know we've said we're sorry a million times, but we really are. And it is embarrassing. So, by the way, guys, because I was trying to have it where I could use the chat, but anyway.
Just kind of give you an introduction of who we are.
Yes. So, hang on a second. We could try this again. And those who couldn't tune in last night or had too many issues with the streaming could hopefully get to watch us tonight. I was able to actually get Facebook up, or not Facebook, scratch that, YouTube up. And
we do not know what platform we are on. We just know we're trying to stream, and it's...
Oh, we know what platform we're on. We're on YouTube.
Hey, come on, we gotta have a little humor since everything's wanting to...
I mean, we are on YouTube. We know what platform we're on. It's just that, well, we're not very tech savvy. Let's just be honest when it comes to this stuff. But we're trying, and we will get better as time goes on. But we decided to do it. So
I'll be right back. I gotta grab me a drink.
All right, she'll be back. Anyway, we decided to do a second night so that you could have a second chance to get on here and watch us and see what we're all about, and who we are, and what our mission is, and all those good things. So, if you're tuning in, thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for coming to our YouTube channel and watching, and thank you for your patience. I know it's been crazy because we're over an hour later than our original start time, and well, yeah. But Spawn Truck in here. If you are having any trouble watching us, though, you're having some glitches, or it's just not streaming, or keep getting buffering, just let us know so that we can figure out some things to improve for the next one. I can't promise you I'd be able to fix anything right. I work for a local children's hospital here in Atlanta as a patient care tech. So I assist our nurses a lot. And I guess via doctors as well, even though the doctors are not completely always present at the entire, boo-boo fixer. You can call it ambulance a boo-boo bus. That's fine. I think that's humorous. Anyway, so you can say though, EMS, EMTs, firefighters, police, as much as the doctors and the nurses are, okay? And but anyway, we're all on the front lines, and we're struggling keeping up with PPE, or personal protective equipment, and which is your masks, your gowns, your gloves, your goggles, your face shields that we have to wear sometimes. And let's face it, here, but I'm gonna let Felicia introduce herself and give her the floor to talk for a minute. Go ahead, Felicia. I know you're trying to get your snack on, but
Actually, no. Trying to find my markers because
okay.
I recycle some things, and this is my
earth friendly. But anyway, I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. I am Felicia. I am a veteran. A lot of people probably are too ashamed to admit, and I am not the best artsy and craftsy one. I am more of the comic side of it, but I do. Yep, September 26th will be 10 years that or 27th, because it took me about a day to get to South Carolina.
Yeah, yep.
Because it was about midnight or whatever, and then, we were thinking, what are we doing here?
You get your bump that night, and you start going, oh no, what did I do? And you're secretly crying to yourself in your bunk going, nobody sees me, right? Yeah. So anyway.
But we've both been talking about starting our own business and doing different stuff to find out known for 20 years. That lasted a week. And I was talking with Jessica. We both think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not that artistic. I mean, I can draw flowers, grass. Give me a coloring book. I can color all day long, but drawing, not so much, as you could tell. But the medical field needs those masks. I know up here in Michigan, they're asking people if you can make them, to make them. And that's what we're going to do. And our business hopefully will be up and running completely sometime at the beginning of summer to mid-summer-ish. And we're going to have more than just the face mask. We're going to have all kinds of stuff for you guys to see.
I'm kind of setting some things aside so that we can, do this thing. We felt led to help out. So, we want to, our mission is to try to make homemade face masks for our communities and, medical communities, whether hospitals or doctors' offices, whatever. Whoever might accept them. I know yesterday I said, for those of you who didn't tune in, you can hear this for the first time, but no, some hospitals will not take the items. There are some that will, and there's some hospitals that have to do an approval to be able to some people, and so I'm hoping to get that worked on so that they'll take the stuff we make. But I can already tell you that I've had several coworkers ask me to make some for them regardless. So, I mean, I don't feel like us making them is going to be a complete waste. I think there's going to be people who will openly accept them and appreciate them. But so we, just kind of want to give a background of what's going on. And then, we really are looking for volunteers. If you can sew, whether it's handmade, like hand sewing, or you use a machine, and we are a very small startup. We don't have a lot of resources, to be honest. So, but we have a big heart, and we really want to help, and we have talent. But it's only the two of us, and we can only make so many, just ourselves. But if we all as a community, whether you live in Michigan, whether you live in Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama, more together than we can apart. And then with that said, we can make a lot of these masks, and we can hopefully mass produce them, and we can start handing them out in our communities. Now, granted, yes, we are looking, initially, at Michigan, at Georgia, and in North Carolina. If we can make a lot and we can go beyond those scopes of those states, then yes, more than, welcome to do that as well. If we get a good response on volunteering and on donations. So that comes to the other part of the equation. We are looking for donations for, fabric. You can donate fabric, elastic, needles, thread. You can donate those 3M HEPA filters, which I have one over here. This is the 3M Filtrate 1500. They're your furnace filter. And the idea is that you would actually remove this, the cardboard and the metal. It's kind of I guess, a paper. You could take a pressing cloth and iron that smooth and cut out the portions you need. So I would like to actually take fabric, make a kind of a N95 type mask, which is those medical masks that are that filter out. That filter I held up, it's one of their top tier ones. So it filters out viruses and bacteria. It actually works at mask. It filters out to 0.3 microns. So it would be legit, like usable and effective, I believe, as long as the construction is sound. And that's something that I'm going to be working on, like a prototype. So, but that's why we're asking, if you're like, why would you ask for a furnace filter? That would be why.
Because the coffee filter will not work.
Yeah, coffee filters, that doesn't work. Sorry, I'm going to pick this up and fell down. But yeah, again, like this is why I would ask itself. So it has a purpose, but if you want to donate any of those, if you don't have materials to donate and you would rather donate, some monetary funds, we're setting up a GoFundMe, so you're more than welcome to answer any questions about how you're going to get materials to us. We'll give y'all a couple of addresses to send it to, because again, I don't know if we hashed this out in this video we did yesterday. We are a long distance partnership in our business. Felicia is coming in a little over a year after me starting, because she's going to be up there. I'm going to be down here. And then I'm also, like I said, we're looking at Michigan, Georgia, North Carolina. One is because she lives in Michigan, and the hospitals up there have already said that they need them. Down here in Georgia, I live here near north of Atlanta, and I know there's a lot of hospitals here that need them. And then North Carolina, I have a special, and they are actually trying to gather volunteers to make these masks and materials and stuff to help them. So they have a similar mission, and I want to, help them out. And Felicia here is more than willing to do the same. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing and why we're at Accord, at least from a financial standpoint, and from my material, is donating materials for people who want to make masks. So that's something we were going to look into, but it's also something you guys can
because now is the time to come together as a community, not only as a community, but as friends and family, because everybody knows someone who's out there on the front lines dealing with the sickness and everything.
Yeah. Maybe somebody who actually has the illness or has recently had the illness and hopefully recovered, and firsthand how like bad it can be. So sorry, I do have kids. I have 4 kids and a husband. I like to joke that.
So technically, you've got 5.
Yeah, I like to joke he's not really working, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like another thing, if you were in the Atlanta small business that was actually giving out materials as well, if you were wanting to make masks for your community. I'm going to pull that information up for you guys. It's on our Hawksbill Handmade Get Crafty and Social group. If you'd like to go check that out on Facebook and want to join, you're welcome to. But we have that information on there, and it is actually from a shop called, I'm about to pull it up, guys. It's from a shop, Glory House Incorporated in Marietta, Georgia. You can also check out their page. They have a Facebook page. That's spelled GLORY. It's 2 words. They also apparently have an Instagram. But you can check them out and see if they happen to have, if they're still giving out any fabric. And I can post the link to them in the description below. And I'll make sure I do that before tonight's out. Trying to think of anything else we might want to cover. If anybody's got any questions, please feel free to comment in the chat here. Let's see if we have any Q&As.
Doesn't look like it just yet.
Not just yet. I'm also going to post on our thing. On Facebook, just so people know. People might have been like, well, I don't know if they're really going to post. Or if they're really going to do this video, you know. And I get it. I understand. Right, Felicia?
Right.
It's like, what is this? So, yeah. So,
Right.
So, yeah. And I, yeah. All right, still hashing this out. Huh. Interesting.
What?
I'm trying to tag. It says, nope. Don't want to tag you. Oh well. That's okay.
Try it again. Because you can tag now. Because it asked me.
It's like, oh Lord, I don't want to cooperate with you. Yeah, but what, you know. All right, guys, hold on. I am totally unprepared this time. I do not have my charger for my iPad, and it's fixing to die. Wait a minute.
I can't put that right now. Okay, let's see.
It's on Facebook. It's plastered all over Facebook. Come on, dog. And I think it's still live. Look. Sorry, my husband's like, oh, married life, right? Okay, I couldn't find my. Oh, my husky's like, let me in. He's banging on the door. Sorry, husky. No can do. Huskies are fun dogs. Okay. Okay. I'm back. Sorry for the interruption, but my iPad was like on 12%. So.
Ooh.
Comments from the peanut gallery. Anybody saying? Oh, Lisa's watching. Hi, Lee. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, if I keep looking like this way, it's because like I'm looking at my iPad because that's where I can see the comments. Oh gosh, Lee is
refreshing.
Oh Lord.
Yes, it is.
All right. Texting somebody. Like, hey. Oh. Apparently Apparently, though, I don't have my link like in one swoop. Like, don't you know that?
Nope. It's Apple.
But normally it works, and then lately it's been like spotty.
Again, I say it's Apple, just like with micro
extraordinaire. Although we have known each other for like what, 10 years?
Almost. So yeah.
Army. Whoop. Yeah. So that's how we know each other. I'm like the 2018. So yeah, Felicia's now just getting in on it. A little over a year.
You talked about it kind of in theory, but it just.
Yeah. So, and then basically, yeah, that's us in a nutshell on what we're doing this video for. If you haven't been tuning in prior, and get hopefully some donations for supplies or monetary donations, which we'll set a GoFundMe page for. And when that gets set up, I'll be posting the links out, and we probably do another video. Hopefully better. Third time's a charm, right? And
yep.
Yeah. And we'll be definitely doing something on TikTok. And like, sorry, I got that message. Somebody, that's what that dinging is. Ignore it. The GoFundMe, we'll set it up. We'll like put the links out, and then we're gonna probably do a little video. We're gonna do a TikTok video, try to like show this so you can share easily with people, and then also try to gather my thoughts here, you guys. Put out some addresses so that you can do so. But we'll get that done. We just kind of need supplies. They're always telling us, we're about this close to running out, and we have to conserve. And I mean, we're not the only place doing this. Like, the CDC has made their guidelines a little lax because the supply is so back up that they're really allowing to be tapped into. And so they've waxed their gut, but if you do, follow XYZ, and from what I understand, that probably was never heard of. This is just going to put us more at risk, but so, well, the grueling, scariest question of all is what happens when we run out. And so, hey, if you're a creator and you can like sew and stuff, this is where we can make a difference to our communities by doing this. And yes, keep in mind there are some hospitals that do not accept them. There are some that do. And there's some that just mainly have a approval process that they have to go through. So it's just a matter of talking to the right people. Which I know I can attempt to do it where I work, and I'm working on that. So, never fear. But either way, and I have to be very, very close to it, unfortunately, or a potential of it being. Some of you guys are panicked and you're scared. And in some cases, some people have gone to such extremes that and sadly, it has caused a shortage. And but hey, we get it. You're scared. But just keep in mind how that global impact, really comes out on the other end. It does a domino effect, and it's actually, there's a problem in the medical field with getting supplies. So this whole situation is caused a domino effect. But the thing that we're telling people too, not only like if you can stay at home and help make these masks, those people are trying very hard, and they're struggling too. And yeah, it's not convenient, that's not convenient. It's not fun, but it's what I'm having to do in if you guys would do the same or something similar, to avoid having to go into a store and putting yourself at risk, putting the employees at risk with that social contact, you're helping and doing your part in that too. So at all costs, if you can stay at home, stay at home. Right?
Yep.
So
stay hydrated. In the Army, we kept hearing drink water, do push-ups, but drinking water does help your body fight off a lot of diseases and viruses.
It also keeps you healthy.
It does help you stay hydrated. It helps your body function more, your brain function. Because I know if you're like me, your brain half works some days.
Okay, so anyway, so like, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, because I've been seeing a lot of people out, and I'm like, can you possibly have done a different method of getting what you needed, or is this the absolute last ditch effort, like you had to? I mean, I understand if you have to, but if you could stay at home, that would be the best. Because I mean, as of right now, I was looking. Let's see, last night actually, I looked on was it Google, and I covered, and then who has died, and it has each country, and we have now. I mean, this is the reality we're facing. We have now surpassed China, where it originated, in the number of confirmed cases and the number of deaths that people are not following and abiding by the social distancing and the advisements by local government and whatnot to stay at home.
And wash your hands.
Yes, please wash your hands. Basically, minimum your wrist here and all the way down to your fingertips. The way we were taught in the healthcare field, I've been taught is, sing the happy birthday song 2 times. And usually, like, it's best if you, like, usually my method, I like when I get my hands wet, I put the soap on, I lather, I take my fingers like a claw like this, and I bury them into my palm, like so. And that helps kind of get between your nail beds. And then I'm doing this. And you notice I'm kind of interlocking my fingers this way. Don't forget your thumbs. A lot of people forget that. It's something that my nurse educator is. Let's see, when I'm like rubbing like this, you can see my thumbs are creating the friction that they need to. And then I'm going across my wrist like this. When you rinse, because you lather outside of the water, by the way, people. So you just get them wet, put your soap for when you're rinsing. And when you rinse, you go from the wrist or elbow even down to the fingertips. And you just repeat the same method I gave you. That's the best way to wash your hands. It should be a minimum of I think 20 to 30 seconds, but it's however long it takes you to sing the happy birthday song twice. And I don't mean speed it up like a chipmunk.
Do it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, you're cheating. So, but that's,
believe it or not, washing your hands does help prevent a lot of diseases.
It does.
And not to kind of get off topic, but with all them preaching about washing our hands, there's something.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at Felicia because what she's talking about is serious. But my husband is on our chat making commentaries, and he is a cut up from Hades.
I'm not seeing it on my end, and I've refreshed it.
He's in the live chat, and he's just like, last comment was, and wash your crack. We're trying to have a serious discussion here. And in that sphere, because honestly, even if you're married and you have a partner, you honestly, if you're working a job and you have to leave the house because you're an essential employee, you're being faced with the risk of being exposed to this disease, and you could bring it home. And yes, you could technically give it to each other by being in the same room and having to breathe the same air.
About 9 months from now, we're going to be having a bunch of baby booms.
That's what a lot of people are saying, or the memes are saying. But in all seriousness, though, like be careful, even like in your intimate situations and your relationships, because honestly, like I said, if you do happen to have a spouse or a partner that is out there working in the medical field job, make sure that they're following safety guidelines. So, I'm trying to think of what else we can reiterate and make sure that we're talking about. So, can you think of anything else, girlfriend?
Not right now. I mean, we could give a big lecture on other things, but that's getting way off topic about this video.
Yeah. So help out where you can.
Because you know me, I got 3 trains, 2 tracks, and they're trying not to run into each other.
Announcement: just be safe, be careful, be mindful of what you're doing, and remember, if you're out in public, because you have to be, please don't. If you don't have to be, but if you have to be, when you're wearing these masks and these gloves, please keep in mind that they are for single one-time use. And if you're touching everything, even with the gloved hands, you're touching everything, everybody else is touching the same things. And then you're touching your face.
Don't be afraid to use hand sanitizer either, or the disinfectant spray when you go into the stores.
But like if you're wearing these gloves though, you're touching everything, and then you're touching your face, or you're touching your credit card, debit card, and you're handing it, you're just spreading it everywhere. Gloves are meant for, again, I'll say it again, for single use. Disgusting, or could potentially harm me. We're going to treat it like my gloves on. When you touch that mouse, you touch it you touch it for that one moment, and you only are supposed to touch that. And then when you're done, you're actually supposed to remove the glove from the inside out, ball it into your hand, so the inside that was touching your skin is in your hand, and the dirty part on the inside. And then you use your other, like your thumb, you reach on the inside of the other one and pull it off, and you actually ball that one into the second glove. So they are one glove, and the outside that was touching your skin is exposed. Show you how to do it. I just don't have any gloves right on me at this moment.
Hold on.
Okay, so she's going to be getting the gloves. Chat with us so I can answer any questions you might have. All right. All right, so here she is. She's got her gloves.
Now then, what she was talking about, you can go to take them off. Pull it apart. Pull it.
Like that. Yep.
Turn your wrist, or just use your pointer finger, pinch it.
And pull it off inside of the other glove. Exactly like that. And then still go wash your hands, people. You still have to wash your hands when you remove your gloves.
And yes, sanitizer does come in handy when
there's no water and soap available.
Yeah, especially if you're at the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah.
But like a drill sergeant told us when we were in basic, yes, you can use hand sanitizer, but it's not going to help if you get dysentery. It's not going to help if you end up with some other type of disease or condition because you're not using soap and water.
Yep.
Basically.
And you're on your way home. When you get home, make sure you wash with soap and water still, because The thing about hand sanitizer, if it's overly used, it can build up. Basically, the napkin come into play where you actually have an overabundance of microbes, aka bacteria or germs, grow on your skin, and so it can make it worse. It also, this is the thing that people need to remember, and so
it can also dry out your skin too, and possibly cause you to end up with something like contact dermatitis.
So keep in mind and dispel this whole myth that people have. When you use hand sanitizer, it may, especially if you don't overuse it, you use it sparingly. Yeah, it'll kill the buggies for the most part, but it leaves the proteins, basically is what I'm going to call it, like basically the dead carcasses and stuff of these germs on your hands. Or it leaves, like, if you had food or be allergic to those things. And so you eat them and you're touching them. And, like, let's say you go, I used the hand sanitizer. You're still contaminating somebody else and putting them in danger of having an allergic reaction because it's still on your hands. So just remember that it might kill the germs for the most part, especially, again, if you do not overuse the product, but it's going to leave all the nasty, like particles or residue back, there still. So, well, you're not on Hawksbill Handmade, are you?
Yeah, I'm just not on. I'm on, like, Get Through my page, but it still should show the chat.
I don't think so. I think it's a private chat. I think you need to log on to
I need to switch accounts.
I don't know. Charging. It shows it's charging, but it's not charging.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing anything. I'm logged into our account.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the chat. That's interesting. That's something we might have to work on later.
But yeah, it's not showing me anything except for what I posted on from my account.
Sub soup sandwich. We're sorry, but I also gonna throw this out here. I know, like, this is nuts, but if you could be awesome and you can like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. It'd be awesome. 2 different video things. Like, oh, interesting. You can see that, right? You see that?
Yeah.
So you're
I see the hay.
You're like in a separate thing.
Because I can see the one I did for my account.
See what you need to be in. Like on your private side, you need to be in.
Weird.
That is weird. I can hear my kid. My little one. Okay. I'm going to copy the link. Hold on. We're going to get you. Okay. If you look at Facebook Messenger, the link is this one.
Yeah, I can see. Okay, I can see everything now.
Okay.
All right. I can see you. I can't see myself, so it's the reverse of last night.
Yeah, I see me, but I can't do it all. So I'm like, oh well. Anyway, they can hear you though. I don't understand that.
Oh, that's good.
All right. I don't.
I'm seeing what your husband posted.
Yeah, you can now. You can see what he's saying. What I don't understand is how media source.
But no mouth to south.
Yeah, he's a raunchy dude. Sorry. That's where his mind goes. Hey, you never know. Hold on.
Or do they know?
Do people know how it's transmitted?
Okay. Yeah.
I think they do. I mean, like I guess some people see. Go to their website. You can Google it. CDC. And the WHO, the WHO.
As one of these symptoms, like everybody thought who decided to hoard the toilet paper.
No. It's
forever and not know when they're going to be able to go buy toilet paper. Yeah, and also one of the news stories that they done about anxiety, that's part of this is what I can control. I can control how much toilet paper I'm going to have in my house. I may not be able to control what's happening on the outside world, but I can control how much toilet paper I've got to wipe my arse with.
But see, people also need to remember that we still have running water. You know, you still have the ability to wash off in the bathtub. The toilet paper is actually a luxury, and people need to remember that. So there are plenty of ways to clean yourself after you have used the toilet, okay? And if you're staying at home, you know, even if you're having to work remotely, I'm sure there's a few minutes to spare to just kind of quickly run in the bathtub and just kind of clean yourself off for a second, wash your hands really well, and then dry off, and then recompose yourself and go back to life. So keep that in mind. A lot of the stuff that we have, these paper products, they're a luxury, you know, and there are many other ways that people used to get along and survive well before this. You know, and you need to also keep in mind that, like, we're putting stress on the supply chain. We're putting stress on how many more trees are getting tore down, like chopped down, because
30 years for it to grow.
Yeah. So keep that in mind too, guys.
Just in case y'all don't know what the hemp plant is, yes, I am talking about the pot plant, but the plant itself doesn't take that long to grow, and you
can make many fibers out of it. It is an excellent source of textiles. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so is bamboo.
Yeah.
That's another one. Yeah. So this whole situation, I'll tell you, you know, like, there are a lot of hardworking families that still work, you know, and they're still paycheck to paycheck. They pay their bills, but they don't have
that.
Yeah, they don't have a ton of extra resources to go out and buy 10 rolls of toilet paper or 10 packages of toilet paper and, you know, 10 packages of paper towels and you know, like all these like groceries to hoard for a month or so. They literally have to buy week to week, or sometimes even only every 2 weeks or every month, because that's just how their budget works. And when you know, take more than what you really need, you are also taking away from these can do.
Well, now they've even at some of the stores rationing the milk, like how much milk you can buy.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, like, I have a large family. Like I said, I have 4 kids. I have my husband. We have a dog. We have 2 cats. When I go to the grocery store on a weekly basis, well before all this was happening, I mean, my normal week was 5 gallons of milk, and I have to buy probably about 5 to 6 pounds of ground beef in one sitting. And, you know, my cart usually is like about to overflow. And a lot of people, even then, would look like, what are you doing? But when you have large families, I mean, you do have to buy more. And now I'm faced with the fact that because so many people just hoarded, they were greedy, that I can't get what I normally get on a regular basis for my family. And I'm not the only gallons of milk. Luckily, I have not come across the milk situation here in Atlanta like that, thank God, because I don't know. Like I said before,
I mean, it's not the end of the world, people.
I know you're scared, but like, be considerate and compassionate for other people. This is a time where we can see the best in people or the worst in people, and honestly, I'd rather be, the best in people. I'd rather let that come out in me, and I'd rather see that in everybody else. So
We came together once when this country was in trouble, when September 11th happened, and we should be coming together now and not being hoarders and hoarding everything. I mean, if you've got an elderly neighbor, a disabled neighbor, go check on them.
Yeah.
Give them some of that toilet paper and some of the stuff that you bought too much of.
Yeah, I mean, help your neighbors out. Yeah, definitely. If you are able-bodied and you're better off, in better health than like your elderly neighbor or friend or whatever, offer to like drop them some stuff off at on their porch, and you can keep it contactless. You can, just be, then you can send them a text like, hey, I dropped your groceries right off on your doorstep, like. They are there for you, just make sure you get them and check on them and make sure they're okay.
Or do like me and Jessica will do and video chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if they're tech savvy enough that they can.
Does know how to do this, but if they don't, once this is over with, after you send them a text message, give them a phone call, we'll do that. Show them.
Mm-hmm.
How to do the video chat. That way they can video chat with their kids, their grandkids.
We can all make a difference with each other,
The social distancing is a good thing, but at the same time, it's not, because we are socialized people. We like to socialize. We like to be around friends and family, or at least most of us do.
Mm-hmm.
I moved 4 states away to get away from my family. But I can't right now, except for a phone call.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what you got to do, right?
Yep.
And we have a new chat. We have a new person on the chat. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Hi. Glad to have you. If y'all have any questions, please let us know. I know we're kind of just rambling on and chatting. But like we were saying, I'm going to kind of restart since we have the new person on here. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, share this with everybody. Again, we're trying to make, Felicia had to go for a second. But I'm going to be honest, she's coming right back. She's a veteran, much like I am. That's how we met. She's my newest member of Hoxville Handmade. She's my business partner. She helps with the crafting. She helps with some social media and things like that. But we thought it would be a great gesture. We have a real passion to try to help out the medical community right now. Kind of put the brakes down on our business and what we are doing, and just stop and say, hey, let's make in our states and where we live and help out. Also in North Carolina, where I have several friends and if you sew, whether you use a machine or you hand sew, and you can, you volunteer your time, an effort to make these masks and stuff, that we would appreciate it. Looking for donations for material and monetary donations, how you can help out your neighbors and your family and your friends, and to also be kind
And please just kind of ignore Lee. He's a little strange.
Yeah, if you're in our chat right now, my husband is a goofball, and he says really random off the wall stuff, sometimes inappropriate. And yeah.
I mean, that's about like that video I sent you from TikTok.
It's like
about using the bra for the mask.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a funny video, but
yeah, people don't use bras to make a mask. They are not going to help. Thank you.
And no used undies.
And no use underwear. Apartment Chronicles said it would work in a FB video. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sure, guys. I'm sorry, I think you would suffocate. Because I'm going to tell you what, the girls tend to suffocate in them quite often. Oh, well. Oh, goodness.
Now, if you want to use that size.
That's right. And your face masks actually do too, by the way, you guys. Like not to interrupt you.
You can't use an A cup or a B cup or even a triple G cup. Yes, they do make triple G bras because women are freakishly huge. But that would be more of a parachute.
Let's think about this one. Then, in all seriousness, though, your N95 respirator mask that's made by 3M, it does come in more than one size because our faces are not all the same. Okay. And that's why that we have fit tests every year, that we have to get fitted for an N95 mask every year. So keep that in mind. We make these masks. I mean, are specifically different sizes because of our face fit, and like they have to fit, like they have to be properly sealed. You can't like be able to feel your breath.
I wish they could see this because, yeah, I'm not the artsy one, but this is freakishly hilarious.
Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, but hey,
G to PG, anyways, and it's kind of got.
This is supposed to be better, but anyway, Anyway, in all seriousness, though, guys, like, if you, can volunteer your time, and so you can share, if you'll share this information with your family, your friends, and let them know that, we're seeking people to help out in this. Especially if you yourself just will be able to sew. But yet you want to make a difference. Make a difference by either donating. You can donate actual solid materials like fabric, thread, needles, elastic, and like I said earlier, these HEPA, basically these filtrets that you put in your furnace. And again, I'm going to show that again. So your basic 3M furnace filter, and make sure you get the one, at least the 1500, that has allergen, bacteria, and virus written on the package. And the whole thing, let me explain this again. The reason why we're asking this, because I can make a homemade type of N95 like mask. And you just take the cardboard off, the wire mesh, you take the filter paper that's out of it, and fold it out flat, take a pressing cloth, and then iron that out, and then we can cut it out and use it for inserts in these face
Probably
masks.
use parchment paper too, because that can withstand the heat.
But parchment paper, the problem with parchment paper is it's not like a breathable.
I'm about to iron it out.
Yeah, as long as if you're gonna, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you could. You can technically also use butcher paper as long as you don't use the waxy side up.
Yeah.
But
I wish they could see this, because this is kind of funny.
I know she's being hilarious. But if you can donate like fabrics, those filters, those furnace filters, I keep trying to call it HEPA.
You're thinking of HIPAA.
No, there's actually HEPA filters.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm thinking, but I'm kind of off my derail.
Okay, those of you who cannot see what I keep putting in front of Jessica's face, our conversation has derailed a little bit and kind of gone off to the side.
Yes, exactly. I'm like trying to keep on. Also, like I was talking about elastic. Here's what I was talking about elastic. This is a 1/4 inch elastic, buttons, and you name it, all kinds of notions that you can use. So that's another option to go shop at if you're here in the Atlanta area. But Amazon's always a winner. Joann's is one of my go-to places for sewing stuff, because there's mom and pop shops, and we don't have that many of them anymore. And a lot of these big box stores are what we have left, and Joann's is one of them. And they usually have a great selection when it comes to sewing stuff. Most Joann, from what I understand, there's a lot of Joann's across the country. So, just Google and see if you have one near you. Michael's.
I know I do.
Michael's, and especially the Michael's here, we don't really have a lot. They have they at least have some of that fabric and some sewing notions. They don't have a ton in comparison to Joann's. But if that's what you have in your town, that's better than nothing. And also there's Walmart. Some of the Walmarts still carry, a fabric section and stuff. And some of them are bringing it back. I know we have
Meyer, which is similar to up here, Walmart.
Yeah.
I can't talk right now. My train just derailed. They have fabrics that we can get, and a lot of times Walmart and Meyer will both have them. Some of them for dirt cheap, State of Michigan don't.
But anyway, so basically, check those places out. I know, like I was saying, Walmart here has brought back the sewing department, in crafting area at our Windward Walmart. I noticed it used to be your Roswell Walmart here was the only one nearby me that had that stuff, but even the selection was very limited. And then the Windward Walmart didn't have anything until, I guess, more recently. I'm not exactly sure when they put that in, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. They actually have stuff now, so this is nice.
And site to store is always good to use if you don't want it delivered to your house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's another thing right now. They've got a lot of options with this whole thing going on to try to maintain the social distance. Joann's is even offering a curbside pickup. If you order online, you can pick it up in store. Curbside, you don't even have to go in the store now. If you are tuning in this and you actually own a small business, you have an advantage of using Joann's Plus. They offer bulk pricing for businesses. So does fabric.com. They have fabric. Michael Miller Fabrics. They have a thing where you can get business bulk pricing with them. You have to contact them directly and get approval and stuff, but they do offer that. I don't know what else. There's a lot of options, you guys. So we can we can all find ways that we can do, you know, our part, and like we can
for to make the masks,
Yeah.
and even like little instructions on how to do it.
Yeah, and on their website they have helpful. YouTube is always your friend too when it comes to that. So, if you join our Facebook group, which is our Facebook group is called the Hospital Handmade Get Crafty and Social group. We have we're posting stuff on there and links and stuff, so you can find information on our Facebook group, and sometimes we post stuff just on our Hospital Handmade Facebook business page, and you can also find some stuff there, resources. So yeah, but anyhow, hey, I'll have any questions, comments. I'm gonna have to probably wrap this up. You can go ahead and post them here. We had Laura. She said that's awesome about the filter. I know, right? Isn't that great? Like, I found a video actually. This lady was making an N95 like mask.
One thing to try not to use coffee filters if you do make the mask, because coffee filters, they let coffee grounds through sometimes too, and they're so thin.
I mean, they weren't designed for something like that.
An absolutely dire emergency situation, and that's the only thing you have. Double it, triple it. We used to make those filters for our houses for the mask. Who knows?
Yeah, I think honestly,
or something similar to that kind of material.
Yeah, I believe they do, because like I said, like, I mean, it's supposed to filter out to 0.3 microns, and that's exactly what the N95 does. So it's made by the same company, by the way, too, 3M. So I don't know what they're doing. They're not producing enough masks, obviously, which is sad.
They've got other places and people doing the masks, though, which is good.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see some soon. But in the meantime, you know, we can always do our part. So that's a good thing, right, guys?
Yep.
Any more questions or comments from you guys? Sorry, like, oh my god, yeah. iPad, it doesn't want to charge. Anyway, no idea. It's managed to stay where it's at. Well, thanks, Laura. We like that you came in and tuned in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video, even though it was like a messed up soup sandwich for a while. We will get better at this. Okay, Maverick 5574 says, did you mention that Joann's is giving the mats away for free to donate finished masks and gowns to hospitals and special needs facilities, or they were a couple of days ago? I think he's just trying to reiterate the fact that they are giving away the stuff to people. Yeah.
They're not only doing the kits, but they're also donating fabrics too, and I'm going to try to make one. I'm a hand sewer, but thanks to my business partner.
But yeah, Maverick, we did say something about the giving away the kits. But yeah, apparently they're just giving away in general. Are doing it. I've been wanting to go by there, but I still don't like going up to a store and be like, oh, hand me the freebies and get nothing else and drive off, you know? I mean, yeah, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, okay, cool, man. But again, we're gonna make sure that we do this GoFundMe page, and that we will give you a link, and we will give you information on where to send your donated items. Okay. Maverick says, I'm not great at sewing, but I've had to sew enough of my blown out breeches that I can probably figure out how to make a mask or two. You dang right, buddy. You can. All right. Men can sew too. Men can sew too. You know,
my husband can sew, and I had the crotch out of them.
Yeah. So
they're holding up for now.
So hey, you can do it, buddy. You can do it. You know, honestly, YouTube is probably been the greatest thing, ever. It's been the equalizer, other than the internet and all this stuff. Because honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. My mom was not the typical homemaker or whatever that you would, does, and she worked very hard. I think a lot of times that's probably all she had time for between my brother and myself on a lot of things. But the thing that is the Debbie Downer when we were young, we didn't have YouTube and the internet. So like no. I think I was in 4th grade when I really, I think we might have got a computer, but my parents wouldn't let us on it really, and they wouldn't pay for internet. And of course, back then it was just dial up anyway. So,
someone called, you were screwed.
Yeah. So it took a long. It took quite a number of, I guess, a few years to, really get on the norm of having a computer and in the internet. And when DSL came, we were all like, yay, So, but my point is, I didn't have the benefit of that as a young person, but as an adult, I do have the benefit, and I've taken advantage of it. And I believe that everybody can. And everybody can find something on YouTube that interests them, and they can learn it, and they can apply it. Go out there and sew. Okay. All right. Any more comments?
And this will not be our only video.
Yeah, next time.
On the next video.
Next time. Yeah, we can also do maybe a little tutorial on how to make these masks. So, once we get all that figured out. All right. Okay. Anybody else have any more comments, questions? I'm checking the chat here just to make sure I'm not missing anybody's stuff. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Hey, you know what? We'll go ahead and wrap this up. I don't see any more comments coming through or questions. So, thanks for tuning in. We will get better at this, so thanks for bearing with us and being patient and dealing with the fact that we couldn't get both people in the screen and be able to see them. Hopefully we'll get that figured out for next time. And we do appreciate you though sitting in and getting in the comments and participating, and even if it was silly and funny in some instances and what have you. So
something you probably already kind of picked up on, we do have a kind of a twisted sense of humor. It's not that we're making fun of what's going on. It's just a coping mechanism, and especially after being in the military, I was in there over 3 years. But pretty sure she's seen a thing or two that's caused her brain to be like, what?
Yeah. So, everything. Sorry, if you hear that noise, that's my little 20-something-month-old baby. So anyway, okay, Lee, that's enough with those kind of comments. We're gonna wrap this up. So anyway, but thanks. Point is, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video, tell people what we're doing, and please
check us out on Facebook.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook. We're on Twitter at Hawksbill HMade. We're on Snapchat, also Hawksbill HMade. Instagram, it's Handmade by Hawksbill. And then you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at Hawksbill Handmade. No, we're on any of those platforms, so you know, go and Instagram, but we are definitely channeling over to TikTok quite a bit, or starting to. So just check us out there. Again, don't forget, share, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, get involved, volunteer, donate if you can, and keep an eye out for those links and that information. And keep an eye out on some future videos. We'll definitely be announcing them. So with that said, I want to say good night. Thanks again. Felicia, tell them good night.
Good night. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, Felicia. They're stopping the stream. So. Oh, gosh.
Thank you. I gotta check some real quick. I'm gonna keep my camera on, but I'm turning my mic off.
No, you're totally cool. So I have a comment on these while stream. Stream is stopped. Oh. Is this, they're going to stop streaming, or is it just keep going? I stopped the streaming. It's just not responding, I guess. Let's open. All right, bye, guys. Okay, so... Oh. You know what? I probably need to go. Hold on. I think I know what else is going on. In stream. That helps. Sorry, guys. All right. For real. I'm out of here.
Later.